talk about angles, and first we're going to talk about some vocab involving angles. And we're going to draw a diagram kind of for each little vocab word. First, vocab word involving angles is degree. And all that is a unit of measurement. It's a way of measuring an angle. It's how like we measure distance in feet or yards or miles. We measure angles in one unit, which is called degrees. And eventually what it's saying is this, how kind of wide an angle is opening. It's opened by a certain number of degrees. So an example you might see is 32 degrees. Okay, it's a number. That little open circle kind of looks like a 0, like an exponent. It's not. It's just a degree symbol, and that's indicating the measurement of an angle. A ray is a line with a starting point but no end point. How I like to think of a ray. It's half a segment and half a line. We talked about on Friday that a line goes on forever and ever and ever in all directions. So there's arrows on the end. A segment is a chunk of a line. It has a start point and an end point. A ray has a start point and then it goes on forever in one direction. And there's always 2 points. There's always a point on the start point, and there's a point somewhere close to the arrow. That's kind of what a ray looks like. It just has a point on one side and an arrow on the other. And they can go different directions, too. You can point the other direction as well. Some room for the other one. An angle, all an angle is just 2 rays that meet at a common endpoint. And that endpoint is called the vertex. So we take a look at this little diagram we're about to draw. Here's one ray, A, B. Okay. And then to make the angle, there's going to be a ray coming from that same endpoint right here. So we're going to start at A and go in another direction. There we go. We have this ray right here, which is AB. We have this other ray right there, which is AC. They come together at A to form an angle. The sides are all they are. The sides of the angle are just the rays that make it up. So here we're going to talk about how to name a ray. To name a ray, all you have to do, very similar to how you name a line or a segment, you just draw a mini ray. Mini ray, like so. Okay. Really important with rays, we talked about lines and segments, no order was necessary for the points. Rays, the order does matter. Okay? How A here is one of our rays in this angle. To name this, we have to start at the end point. So A kind of has to be where the end point is of your mini ray, and then B goes next. So that's one side of that angle. To name the other side of that angle, again, we're going to make a mini ray. The point goes first, and then the other point towards the arrow goes second. Kind of how they're written on the rays, like right. Okay. You can flip-flop it. You could have put CA, but your arrow just has to go the other direction. That's totally fine. Okay. That's fine. So whatever is the end point of your ray, that has to be on the under the ray where there's no arrow, essentially. Okay. Questions over there? The vertex again is just the common endpoint of the angle. So if we take a look at this angle we drew here, what's our common endpoint? Where do the 2 rays meet? A. So our endpoint, or our vertex, is just point A. I like to think it's the pointy part of your angle, kind of where it makes a corner. That's the vertex. Okay, questions so far? Some angle measurements. Different types of angles. One angle you probably heard before is a right angle. And it's an angle with a degree measure of what? Chris? What is it? Close, really close. 90 degrees. Good. Very close. 90 degrees. And it looks something like this. But But what indicates that it's a right angle? Right? Yeah, very good. Just make a little box. There's a little box in the corner. That tells you it's a 90-degree angle because of that box. Unless the directions tell you it's a 90-degree angle, or that box is drawn there, you can assume that it's a 90-degree angle. You either have to be told, or the box has to be there. Because sometimes things look like 90-degree angles, but they're really like 89 degrees. So it looks close. So the box has to be there, or the directions have to tell you. Keep that in mind for future problems. What do we know about acute angles?
They're smaller angles and
Good.
shorter than 90 degrees.
Very good. They are less than 90 degrees. They are less than 90 degrees. I like how you said they're the tiny little angles. They're just cute little angles. That sounds like their name. One important thing, they're less than 90, but they're also greater than what number? Zero. Good. They're positive. So they're less than 90, but they're also greater than 0. Keep it positive. I mean, there are negative angles. You'll see that in more high level math. I think pre-calc is when you get the negative angles. But right now we're less than 90. We won't deal with negative angles in here. Obtuse. What do we know about obtuse angles? Kathy?
They're greater than 90.
Good. They're greater than 90 degrees. They're greater. 90 degrees. So those are those nice wide big angles. Like so. That's an obtuse. Straight angles. What do you know about straight angles? What do they equal, Brandon? 180. They are 180 degrees. What's special about a straight angle? They're technically what?
A line.
Yeah, they're just a straight line. Straight angles are just straight lines. Looks something like that. Just a nice flat line. So lines are technically straight angles, and their measurements are 180 degrees. Questions over that vocab? So we'll get into how to name angles. There's 3 ways you can name an angle. One way you can name an angle is by its vertex. And common thing here, when you name an angle, you just draw a mini angle symbol. Okay? Like so. And then you just state the vertex next to that mini angle symbol. Now looking at that model right there, what's the vertex? Kind of pointing it to you. Celeste? A. Good. And again, the vertex is just the pointy part of your angle. We can call that angle A. And again, if you forget to the symbol for an angle, write the word. Just say angle A. Totally fine. Just make sure you're familiar with both. You might see in the directions as a symbol. You might see it in directions as written out angle. Just know they're both the same thing. Okay? Here's the thing. You can only use this method when the angle is all by itself. Like this guy, there's no other angles in this picture, right? But if you look at the diagram down below, you know how these two angles are sharing that vertex M? You can't use that method. You can't use the vertex method if 2 angles are sharing the same vertex, because then you don't know which angle you're talking about. Okay, so you can only use it when the angle is all by itself. It's not sharing another angle's vertex. Okay? You have to be careful with that method. Another way to name an angle is by its number. Sometimes there's this tiny little number right inside the angle. Okay? It's not really going to be a big number. It's not going to be like 75. If 75 is written inside, it's usually the degree. But here it's 4. So you can name that angle by its number. You can just say angle, make your angle symbol, angle 4. And then we know what angle you're talking about. What is that number? Okay. And then the third way you can name an angle is by using 3 points. And we talked about on Friday how planes and lines and segments don't really matter what order you put the letters in, the points in. But angles is really important. The order does matter. So you have to pay attention when you're naming angles. It's really important. The vertex has to be the middle point. So you want to put a little star. Vertex is middle point. Something like that. Little note. When you use this method. Okay? When you use 3 points. What I mean is, I'm going to make my angle symbol. It doesn't really matter where I start, but I have to start at B. I'm going to start at B. And I name them in that order. B, A has to be in the middle. It has to be second. Then the other point. So you name, start at one of the rays. Start with the point that's towards the arrow. Name the vertex. And name the other point on that ray. So it'll be angle B, A, C. What's another way we could have named that angle? Brandon?
The name is angle cab.
Angle cab, angle CAB. You can go the other way. You can start at the other arrow, go to the vertex, go to the other arrow. So you could have named it CAB. The vertex has to be in the middle. If you flip-flop those letters around and you said ABC, when someone sees angle ABC written on paper, that means start at A, go to B, then go to C. That's not even an angle. It's not even connected. So that's why order matters, is because how you read it, you have to go in the order of the letters. And the vertex has to be in the middle. So this is not a correct way. Vertex has to be in the middle. Has to be the second point. Questions over that? All right, let's start naming some angles. So this first example, we're going to use this diagram right here. What's the vertex of angle 2? You can tell me, drop. Point M. You can just write M. I like to write point M. I'm not picky with that. Point M or M. Better approach about dot with an M. Got M. And again, in my highlight, it says angle 2. And you see how the word's written, not the symbol? Sometimes that happens. I'm going to highlight the angle that has a 2 inside of it. And then I go to the pointy part. Here's the pointy part. That's the letter written next to the pointy part. That's going to be the vertex. For B, it says give 2 other names for angle 1. So again, it might help if you highlight. Highlighters are really helpful in geometry. I'm going to highlight angle 1. Angle 1 is this blue angle. You got to be really careful with this one. Trent, what's one way you can name that angle? It's already named angle 1 in the direction.
Oh, sorry.
So we have to do another one, but you are correct. Brandon?
We can do angle JMK.
Angle J and K. Perfect. Start it towards one arrow, go to the vertex, go to the other arrow. Perfect. J and K. What's another way we can name this angle? Someone new.
If someone does it for a second.
Free? K and J. Perfect. You just start from the other arrow. I'm going to restart it from this arrow, K, to the vertex, to the other arrow, K and J. Could we have named this one angle M? Is that appropriate? Why not? Yeah, they're sharing. There's other angles sharing that vertex M. There's actually 3 angles in this diagram that have a vertex of M. Okay? Angle 1 has a vertex of M. Angle 2 has a vertex of M. And this whole big giant angle has a vertex of M. So if you would have named it angle M, I don't know which one of those angles you're talking about. Okay, so you have to be very, 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 very careful with that. Questions? Okay. So now we're just going to work on classifying angles here.
Wait, for the last one?
Yeah.
Like say, what did you say, like angle MKJ?
The vertex has to be in the middle. Has to. So it doesn't matter if K is first or J is first, M has to go second. And then the other letter has to go next. Okay? That's super important. Because when you read the angle, it goes in the order they're written. So if M isn't second, then you're stating something else is the vertex. Somebody's gonna classify these angles as right, acute, obtuse, or straight. Do you wanna give the answer? I'm gonna walk through it real quick and I'll call you. So A says UZW. What I like to do, again, highlighters are very nice in geometry. What's going on here? Highlight. Two. Gotta reorient. Sorry about that. I'm getting disoriented. Not clicking on the right one. Okay. There you go. So I'm going to highlight. I'm going to highlight angle. I'm going to start at U. Then I go to the next letter, Z. Then I go to the next letter, W. How would we classify that angle, Bree?
Right.
Good, right. How'd you know it was a right angle? Well, it has a little box in the corner, so we're going to call that a right angle. Right. Take a look at the next one. Highlighter. T, Z, Y. So I'm going to start at T, go to Z, go to the next letter, Y. How would we name that one? I'm going to get your name right. What does it start with? Not happy with it. Alyssa, gosh darn it. Alyssa, how do we classify this angle? Be very careful, very, very careful. When we highlighted it, what are we kind of highlighting? What does it look like? It looks like a... So they actually want to help her out? No, it's a straight angle. How do you know it's a straight angle? Good. Whenever your angle looks like a line, it's a straight angle. Think straight line, straight angle. Oh, I read the wrong one. Okay, sorry. I highlighted this one. I'm jumping ahead. Okay. We cheated. We skipped B. You're probably super confused as why I told you it was a straight angle. Because you're like, that's not a straight line when I highlight this angle. Okay. We'll redo that one. B. My fault. So we start at Y, go to Z, then go to U. Okay. Now let's know what kind of angle is this. There we go. It's obtuse. Sorry. Totally threw you off. Obtuse. How do you know it was obtuse? More than 90 degrees. Nice big wide angle. Okay. And then lastly, I'm going to highlight this last one. Start at U, go to Z, and go to T. What kind of angle? How would we classify that? Well, acute. Nice little acute angle. How'd you know it was acute? Whoa. Very good. Less than 90, tiny little angle. Therefore, I don't know what the heck happened with that smartboard.
That really looks like my handwriting.
Cute. There we go. Make an arrow.
Just as good as
That
mine.
answer is acute.
She's not going to
Quite. Over any of that. Okay. The rest of the time is yours. I'm going to pass up practice.